Welcome to Horse Racing Gamer, where champions are made.
Hey guys, it's Eric. Just a quick reminder to smash the like button if you find yourself enjoying this video at any time. Leave your comments as well, and if you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe, because 64% of you at the moment, for some reason, aren't subs, so make sure you hit that button. Without further ado though, let's get into today's video. YouTube, what's going on? Horse Racing Gamer here. We're back with Gallop Racer 2003. This is episode 60, or day 60. Whichever, it doesn't matter. On the series, that's awesome. Appreciate you guys. We're 199 videos into Gallop Racer 2004, so we still have a long way to go, but this game takes much longer to progress. We're almost at the same year mileage in both games, but again, this game, we still have a long way to go, I think, but we're getting closer. So, Paracosm had a heck of a 4-year-old season, as expected from Crimson Art. Gosh, I think he racked up 5 grade 1s last year. Let's go ahead and check. So, for his 4-year-old campaign, he won the Kyoto Dirt. It's not 2 a.m. It's 13 minutes past midnight. So, yeah, it's not that time yet, but it probably will be if I'm still recording by then. Kyoto Stakes, he won that. That was his second grade 1 win. He came back to win the Long Beach Cup. That was a big win. Then he won the Music S for the GWS. He won the Independence Cup and the Tokyo Cup, and he just missed winning the GWS Dirt by 2 points. He had a heck of a season, heck of a run, and now that he's still getting stronger. I mean, Guts may hit 80, Field could hit 80, I don't know if anything else will, but oh man, I'm so happy that Crimson Art and Big Monster actually worked, because there's not a bad thing about him, really. More speed and he's fine. I think this is going to be his best year yet as a 5-year-old. So that's Paracosm. Primal Justice. His speed could hit 90. Got to take advantage of that. It's his 4-year-old campaign. Only 2 grade 1s, 6 wins and 15 starts. But he's been pretty consistent. Won the China Mile. So hopefully this is a better year for him. And I think I need to keep him a little bit closer to the pack, hopefully. And Frugal Lark, 7 wins and 12 starts, 5 grade 1s. She didn't win any of her grade 1s last year, and that was mainly because we were going for that GWS title, which we did end up getting. So the pressure is off with Frugal Lark. We can just kind of put her in whatever races I see fit, try to get her more titles if necessary. But Legends Art, he's going to be making his debut here for us this year. I did terrible in the first set of Guts training, so I'm probably going to go to the speed. I realize that's way more important for my horses. And we'll have breeding this year. We do have a space available. We'll do Honeybee. Oh my goodness. It's not even 2 a.m. What am I saying? Honeybee and Social Brandy is who we're going to breed. Social Brandy, our best stud. And Honeybee says Easter Pool is faster. Okay. We already have an Easter Pool foal coming. So this year we're gonna do Honeybee. Perfect Art technically is faster, but I like Honeybee's stats better. I think she averages out a little nicer. Cassius Gal, I would like to use her for breeding at some point, but again, we need to use like a sire or a stud that has all A's or S's to bring up those B averages. And Big Monster, we've gotten a couple horses out of her, so I don't mind waiting. And then we just put Mad Courage back there, which I also thought about. Oh, you know what? I totally forgot. Jade, me and you were talking about this, and it's because we were talking about breeding Social Brandy and Honeybee. I totally forgot I retired Mad Courage because that horse frustrated the crap out of me, obviously in the last episode. We're going to do Mad Courage and Honeybee. We got to get a speed horse out of them immediately. That's going to be awesome, I hope. So really excited for that. So yeah. Is everybody ready to go this year? Yep. So Paracosm will be kicking off in the Kyoto Stakes again. He won it as a 4-year-old. Primal Justice will be in whatever that is, and Frugal Arc will be in whatever that is. So let's just roll on, shall we? Yes, just roll on along. Hopefully you guys are having a good day, evening, morning, wherever the heck you are in the world, because we are everywhere. It's a great thing about the Gallop Racer community. We're all over the world. Different backgrounds, different cultures, and I think that's special. I will always say that, because I don't have that in every gaming community I have. Like, some of you guys know I have an anime community. Most of us are like from the Americas. There's not really a lot of us from different parts of the world. So it's cool that this particular community is the most diverse one out of anything I've done on YouTube, and that's awesome. So I'm glad we can all get along and just enjoy Gallop Racer. And we like our horses, right? Love our horses. Anyways, Paracosm is kicking off today's video with the 10.5 furlong Kyoto Stakes Grade 1. And he is the favorite, as he should be. He's in great form. Danny Crystal's here, Naked Angel, Sedate Devil, Petite Lark. Again, the game is really sticking us with good horses, and I'm all for it. It makes races tougher, yes, but at least we know it remains competitive. As opposed to Gallop Racer 2004, I feel like we've kind of gone through a little bit of a dry spell where we're only getting 2 or 3 tough horses a race, compared to this game where it seems like half the field all have a legitimate chance of winning. Let's see if his stats have improved. And yeah, they're still the same. I'm so happy he's actually turned out to be what I wanted him to be, and he still hasn't even achieved that threshold yet. He can still hit 10 grade 1s. He can still we have to win the GWS Dirt with him for sure. We got to get him in the Hall of Fame this year. He already has a Dirt Champ title, so no pressure of that. But yeah, so happy. But that Crimson Art's a great sire, man. I mean, he's a great stud to sire your foals. He's pretty easy to get early games, so if you see Crimson Art, go ahead and pick him up if you're playing this game, because I always have to talk about it. I'm surprised at the amount of people that haven't touched this game like ever, or have barely played it. But on the plus side there, I see more people are getting into Gallop Racer 2003, so if you're early game and you're looking for a really good stud that's going to give you consistent, reliable, sustained growth type foals, Crimson Art is the way to go. And Crimson Art is so easy to work with. I mean, I feel like no matter what your riding style is, Crimson Art's not going to give you a hard time. He's a very mild-mannered horse, you know what I mean? Compared to something like Mad Courage, who does have a temper, and it's a terrible one. Mad Courage is extremely fast, but again, that temper can send you up a wall. Or a rail, or, well, I guess I don't want to say a rail, but you guys know what I mean. Mad Courage you have to really be in sync with, and I've proven I wasn't in sync with him, hence why I had to retire him. But fortunately, it didn't matter that we did so bad, because he still ended up being retired as an S eval and double S classification horse. So it all worked out. And we only won a few grade 1s with them. It's kind of funny, but I'm glad to know that. I was under the assumption, based off of what people were telling me, which is why I kind of can't always listen to people about Gallop Racer sometimes. I had people telling me, oh, you have to race them a lot, and you have to win all these titles to get S eval and double S classification. I barely raced with him. We barely won any grade 1s, and I did awful, and he's still winning the breeding barn with S and double S. So, in this game, clearly that's not as important, depending on how good the horse already is. Mad Courage is already a really stacked horse, so that's why it probably wasn't as big of a deal. Alright. Okay, we gotta go now. We have plenty of stamina, so I can really drive here at the Paracosm. And I think we should be winning this race. I don't see anybody else really giving a challenge to us. And look at Paracosm pulling away. His 5-year-old campaign is officially underway, and our boy is going to win the Kyoto Stakes 2 years running. And he is pulling away, and he's going to win this by more than 3 lengths. Let's go, my boy. Let's go. I don't want to do that extra whip at the end. He's so fun to run with on the dirt, man. He really is. And, like, he doesn't have blistering speed, but his stats are so good across the board as far as, like, averaging out and not being bad stats. It enables him to run in such a condition that allows him to keep his top form and his best speed for much longer. And you see, he doesn't get tired. I can start him almost at 3 furlongs probably if I wanted. He gets the job done, and we're clear by a couple of lengths. That's how you know you have a really solid horse. And Paracosm gets another grade 1 win for us on the dirt. He continues to amaze. He continues to amaze. 3.5 length winner over Cuddly D. Suck on that. Excuse my language, but Paracosm's kicking butt, man. So I'm happy for my horse, as always. And it's going to be another grade 1 win at 10.5 furlongs. Alright, alright, alright. Let's move on along, shall we? Raw talent. Yeah, I know. He's from Vivid Legend and Perfect Art. He should be absolutely monstrous if everything goes accordingly. I'm doing speed training for the rest of his training period until he hits the track. 3, 2, 1. Okay, we need to get excellence, Erics. No more goods. Is something wrong with my controller? Like, I'm doing this right, but it's just all good. I haven't even been playing anything on my PS2 outside of Gallop Racer. I played some Gran Turismo, but... Why did I say Gran Turismo? Yeah, my analog sticks feel very weird. Oh my goodness, we're absolutely... I'm bombing the training, and like, I'm not getting excellence anymore. It's just like, what I was doing to get excellence are not working. That's really frustrating. I don't want to waste... I mean, granted, training... It feels like it's hit or miss. Oh, that's 2 wasted months of training. You know what? I gotta practice now. I didn't go all... Yeah, gosh, I need a new controller. You know what? I've been saying I'm gonna get a new controller for a while. I'm gonna order one right now. I keep forgetting. Like, I only think about it when I play this game. I'm not thinking about it if I'm not on my PS2. Oh, gosh. Granted, I've had this controller since I've gotten it. I have like the original boxy, fat, original PS2. But granted, this is one I bought years ago, and I haven't gotten a new controller since. The fact that it's still actually working the way it is... What is going on? These used to be excellent. I mean, my analog sticks do feel different, but that's the problem. Like, I've done nothing different. Oh, gosh. I'm just going to have to do balance training because I'm not even going to get a good enough score to make this relevant. Okay, so whipping works. 62, that's awful. Yeah, it really doesn't make any sense. I'm kind of annoyed because... I'm just going to have to do balance training, huh? And I hope it doesn't really mess up his stats, but like... Oh, that stings, bro. I'm going to try guts training, and if this also does the same thing, there's nothing I can do. Like, I promise you guys, the same way I would do training sessions where we got really high scores in the 90s, I'm doing that exact same thing now. And it's just not giving me excellence. Let's see if this is any better. Yeah. All of a sudden, I'm timing it clearly. You see, the whipping is working much better than the traditional. Yep. And granted, my analog sticks do feel weird. Like, they feel... I don't know how to describe it. They don't feel how they felt when we were getting better scores. That's probably a 70-something. Yep, balance training until I get a new controller. I can't afford to get those low of scores. You know what I mean? Ugh, well, I guess it's better I figured it out now than wasting all of his time. And I'm talking about Legends art. Like, if I did every month like this, that'd be a waste of time. Still annoying, don't get me wrong, but at least I know it's just not worth pursuing. Which is so weird. That doesn't make any sense. I haven't even played that much Gran Turismo. Like, obviously I use the analog sticks here because I don't have the PS2 wheel to play that game. But, like, I haven't even played it that much. I play it, like, at this point, like, twice a month, and only for, like, maybe an hour, less than that. I just get kind of bored because I play my simulator games through Steam, like R Factor 2, iRacing, F1 2022. I play those, and I actually have a wheel for it. So, like, I played Gran Turismo on this console just for the throwback purposes and the customization. Ooh, look at what hit 80. Feel and guts. Holy cow, bro. That is amazing. His stats are just a lot better than I initially anticipated them on being. Like, I I knew coming from Crimson Art and, you know, Big Monster, he'd be decent, but he doesn't have a bad stat except for power, and he's a dirt horse. He doesn't really need it. Alright, when does the GWS Dirt campaign start? Because I'm gonna save him for the Universal Cup. There's really no reason to run him in anything else. It's 10 furlongs. It's a stretch, but it's perfectly in his wheelhouse. So, Legends Art, I'm so sorry, man. We've wasted your first 2 months of training, but I think he's still going to be good because you look at his pedigree. He's a true third-generation horse from both sides. Monsters Legend is his father. Perfect Art his mother. Blah, 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 blah. I like using layman's terms, obviously, just for everybody. We all know the proper terminology, but it's just a video game. I think we're allowed to use layman's terms. Of course, you also have Vivid Legend and Big Monster on the sire side. You have Crimson Art and Perfect Partner on the mare side. So again, I mean, he has a full pedigree. I think we'll be okay if training doesn't go as planned. I just don't want it to be awful, but in my experience, like, training's kind of hit or miss. Sometimes I think there's a little bit of random luck involved, and I don't know how they compute that. Okay, PS2 controller. It blows my mind that PS2 controllers in some places are like between $20 and $50. Like, it's an old system. I get that it's probably, obviously, it's simple supply and demand, but my goodness, it's a PS2 controller. You would probably sell more if you actually had it cheaper. I just think it's just places and businesses being greedy. Because they have plenty. They have plenty. This place has sold like thousands of PS2 controllers, and they're still selling them for like $20 or more. That's ridiculous. Anyways, Frugal Art, she's up in a grade 2. She's a favorite, blah, 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 blah. Let's just get to it. Now, which controller am I going to get? Okay, that one doesn't actually work. Oh, perfect. Controller under $10, which is what it should be, especially for a PS2. And we get a perfect start. We hardly got any in the last episode. Especially racing with that maniac Mad Courage. Like, Mad Courage is actually kind of a mad horse. He has so much raw speed and potential. If you're not dialed in with him, or if you just don't suit his running style, like, he is a mad horse to deal with. It's kind of wild. So I'm ordering a controller, but if I wanted it in blue or red, it's an additional $10. Like, okay. Oh, I missed the days where I was able to get, like, back in the GameCube days, if I went to GameStop or even my Blockbuster. Gosh, you remember those things? Some of you might be too young and didn't actually experience Blockbuster, which is extremely depressing. Like, Blockbuster was just a whole experience. If you don't know what Blockbuster is, look it up when you have time. You know, we have Netflix and Hulu and all this stuff nowadays, but back in, like, our days, my generation's days, people older than me, we had Blockbuster. We had Hollywood Video and other video stores where we got our games. You know? That's where I played Gallop Racer. If I didn't buy it at GameStop, or if I didn't have enough to buy it at GameStop, I would just rent it out at Blockbuster. But I could get GameCube controllers at, like, my local Blockbuster, I swear, for like $5. I had, like, all the, like, neon, like, colored controllers. I remember my friends would always be like, dude, how do you have so many controllers? And I'm like, I don't know, my Blockbuster keeps selling them for really cheap. You know? And Frugal Art absolutely walking away with this one, but she's a grade 1 horse running in a grade 2 field. This is as expected. Easy win, let's move on. I miss the simple days. I do sometimes, man. I am a big softie for throwback and nostalgia stuff. Just times were simpler. Everything is so complicated and convoluted. Today, I think, even with technology, things cost more, for one.
You're the winner!
When in reality, they shouldn't. Because, like, we have easier means of producing the things that we produce. Yes, we're using more sophisticated equipment, but for what it costs to put things out, I just feel like as societies, we're just charging more than we should. But anyways, why am I ranting about prices and stuff? Point being, new controller on the way. Yeah, new controller on the way. Desperately need it. We just raced with Frugal. Well, what do I even do with Frugal this year? Okay, she's working on the Mile Champ title. Never mind. Probably give her a layoff, and who else can run the Royal Cup? Primal Justice, maybe? 8 to 10. 8 to 12. I mean, who's faster? You're 84. Primal Justice is actually a little bit faster. Oh, I'm going to hold on to Frugal. I'm going to put her in another race, and if we have time to put her in the Mile Cup, or the Royal Cup, we will. The Grade 2 Heaven, or the Grade 1 Climax. See, this is a race with a purse of $25,000, and I think it's a distance she can handle. 12 furlongs for this Grade 1. I'm not really in the mood to run the distance. I'll take the Grade 2. So we'll kind of keep it light with her for the time being. And then after Primal Justice races now, we'll put him in that Royal Cup. See if we can get him another Grade 1. Victory! Victory! I actually think I need to turn off my phone here, which is annoying. Alright, here we go. So, Primal Justice up, and he's the favorite. We're getting favoritism love everywhere because they realize my horses are actually a tad bit better than they thought they were. Shocker. The game never really wants to give me respect for my horses until after we've won a bunch. His speed has dropped. He was at 89, now he's at 88? Or was he at 87? No, I think he was at 87. My bad. I think he was. Still feel like I need to be winning with him a little bit more. Primal Justice. This 4-year-old colt is from Perfection out of Big Monster. He's got the one high sock on his right front. I think he's got like an anklet on his left, his back or rear left leg, and then that's about it. So let's get this Grade 2 win and keep it rolling, right? The horses are in the gate.
The horses are in the gate.
Now I'm getting perfect starts. Why? Oh gosh, this game makes no sense. How many times do I say that? Probably in a week. At least like 3 times if I've uploaded at least 3 or more videos. I probably say it once a video. This game doesn't make sense all the time. I do get annoyed when people act like this game makes complete sense all the time. It's like you're literally lying, and I will not have it. If we're in courts, you're lying on the stand. This game doesn't make sense sometimes. Like, if Tecmo had the chance to update this game and patch it, it would not have some of the issues that it's had. Like, I couldn't get a perfect start with Primal Justice or Frugal Lark at all in the last episode. Now it's just like, oh, perfect start. Perfect start. Got it. I see. It's like, that's what we're doing today, huh?
Where the race is won.
Now, Primal, I got to get him to the front sooner because, again, we just... Can I even fit through this gap? No. Move, move. Okay, now we can go. We have plenty of stamina. We got to roll, bro. We got to roll, my guy. Let's go. Okay, we got to catch this 11 horse, which we're grinding, and we're going to go fast because our horse has 88 speed, so he should be able to... Florida, he's got a 74 power rating as well, and look at how he pulls away going up that incline. That's what I want to see with the horse with a great power rating. And he walks away with that one. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Let's move on, shall we? Good stuff for Primal Justice. Need to do that on the Grade 1 level. He's looking faster. And, yeah, I mean, he's actually pretty... I mean, he's decently fast. Like, he doesn't come from an extremely fast pedigree, so for him to almost have 90 speed, that's pretty sweet. And he wins that by 5 lanes. Easy. Easy winner. Easy winner. Anyways, good start to the episode. Outside of the training sessions, it's actually gone exactly as I've wanted it to so far. We've won all of our races, right? We haven't lost. You recommend speed training. Well, I recommend balance because my controller freaking... No, and trust, not balance. I almost messed it up there. Yeah, I think we could have done better. Like, bro, it's not worth me doing it. I'm going to get low scores, and I'd rather the AI do whatever the heck they're going to do. So, yeah, his stats aren't going to look great, but the pedigree. Got to keep in mind, he comes from Monsters Legend out of Perfect Art. We're going to skip past that, and he... The thing is, Monsters Legend didn't have a long growth type. Like, between Vivid Legend and Crimson Art as studs, Crimson Art has the growth type I really like in this game over Vivid Legend. Crimson Art foals take a little bit longer to develop, which means we can, I think, achieve more with them over time. So, if his stats don't look good as soon as he's done with his training, that will be a tad bit concerning, but I'd be hard-pressed to believe that he's going to struggle. As long as he's a proceeder or something, he should be fine. If he's a proceeder that's fast, with stamina that's not awful, he should be completely fine. Anyways, Primal Justice, I mean, he should be fast enough to run the Royal Cup. 88 speed. And training regiment, I have him on speed balance. I probably should just stick him to speed, because that's his best asset, so we need to make sure he's focusing on that. The stamina's not going to improve much better than where it is, so he's going to be a low 60 stam if it even gets to 60. That's the best we can do, so we'll just have to... We need to make him as fast as possible, really. He's not like Mad Courage. I can actually keep him under control, so it works out for us. Now, is there auto breeding in this game, or is it actually all manual? I think it's all manual, right? Yeah, it is. Wow. Alright, it does really annoy me sometimes when I randomly think about it that we can only have 6 horses. Like, imagine this game with, like, unlimited horse potential, like Gallop Racer 2004. Granted, you guys know sometimes having more than 15 horses absolutely gives me anxiety. So, you know, it's good and bad. Primal Justice, though, we just raced with him. He's back up in the Royal Cup. 6 furlong sprint to Grade 1. Kick off his Grade 1 season. Winged Light's probably going to be the favorite. Frugal Club, Major Flyer, War Pig, Dear Son. Winged Light is the favorite. Shocker. Good horse, obviously. She's always been a fast horse. In fact, we've used her in Gallop Racer 3. I think she's responsible for one of our fastest and strongest pedigrees in our Gallop Racer 3 game. So keep that in mind. Fine Saints here. This is what I mean. Like, every Grade 1 race I've been in for the last 2 years in this game, especially last year and now this year already, it's been competitive fields. Like, we're not just racing against 2 good horses and the rest of the field is out of sight, out of mind. Like, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 horses, not including us, that could realistically win this race depending on how it turns out. And we've seen it happen. We saw it happen quite a bit last year. Of course, that's not going to deter me because we need to win with our boy. And I wonder if his speed will improve to 90. I guess we'll find out here sooner or later. And I've been off all day for eating. Lo mein.
The horses.
Shout out to all my lo mein heads. It's probably 2 of you. I forgot how filling lo mein is, because I haven't had it in like months, and I finally had it today after the Breeders' Cup, or during the Breeders' Cup actually. And I literally have like the appetite and the metabolism of like a racehorse. I really do. I always have. I've always been in sports, so just from an early age, I've always, I guess, adapted or evolved to just having a fast metabolism, because I ran track, I played soccer a lot, so obviously lots of cardio. And then once I started playing football, American football that is, you got to put on the weight. And if anybody knows any football players, or if you're familiar with it, you understand football players eat a lot. We need to eat a lot. We have, so I'm saying all that to say I was surprised when I felt really full after eating my lo mein today. Okay, he's got plenty of stamina. Let's go, my boy. It's a great run for Primal Justice. Now, is he going to be able to keep this up? I see the 9 horse chasing us. I think he's clear. Primal Justice is going to walk away with the Royal Cup. And you see, that's what 88 speed can get you. Let's go, my boy. We're like 4 for 4 or 5 for 5 or whatever the heck. Let's freaking go, man. 3rd Grade 1 victory for Primal Justice. Let's go. Our boy is quick. You gotta love it, right? From perfection out of a big monster. It's already been a good year so far, and it's going to get better. We haven't even gotten to the cream of the crop of the really important stuff, but this is a great start to get to that point. Your Royal Cup winner, Primal Justice. 3rd Grade 1 victory. Let's go, my boy. Let's freaking go, man. We beat the favorite, Winged Light, by 3 lengths, and we were supposed to finish 4th. D positioning, who freaking cares? We won the race, brah. Who cares? You won the race. That's important. Well, we went from, Royal Cup, it's not as important as obviously the other sprinting races are, especially the international ones. So we go from something mediocre to something relatively big. Even though this is only a grade 2, it's the biggest grade 2 of the year, technically, because of the track and the field. Do I think any horse in this field is going to be the favorite above us? Maybe Running Level. That's about it. And, look who's the favorite. Running Level. See, I know my Gallop Racer, especially since I've been playing a lot more now, uploading to YouTube for you guys. But, you recognize good horses, you figure they're probably going to be the favorite unless you know for sure you're on a stronger horse. Of course, that doesn't bother me at all. Like the last race, it didn't bother me. We're the second favorite. We should win. And we'll be running in the same leg type. We're both Proceeders. So, Here we are in Dubai. I do really like this race course. It's very fun. And I'm getting perfect... So I'm getting perfect starts. My controller doesn't want to work for training. It actually makes sense. This is exactly how a Gallop Racer night on a Saturday going into Sunday morning would actually happen. So yeah, we're right on schedule, people. We that's all, folks. We're right on schedule. All right, enough with the animated sounds for like the next 2 minutes. I don't like what we're doing here. I don't want her to be in the lead, and I feel like we're burning quite a bit of stamina, and I don't want these horses to overtake me, see? Whoever this 3-horse is was thinking about it. Where's Running Level? Oh. Running Level, literally right behind us. Right there. I see ya. I see ya, you little stinker. We have inside leverage here on the lane, so this is definitely our race to win 100%. Okay, I think we gotta go now. Okay, kick in. Are they saying Running Level is really going to run us down? I think I got started a little bit too late. Running Level is going to get us. That's a fast horse, man. That's my fault. Well, I forgot close race okay. That's not going to be enough, though. That stinks. What a race. Hats off to Running Level. Needed a little bit more of a jump. I didn't really like the way the pace was setting in that race. They were speeding up, slowing down, speeding up, slowing down. That doesn't usually happen on this race. Yeah, I mean, Running Level got that. That's a clear. Fair play. It's a good prize pool, but, darn, man. C-Stretch. Well, yeah, no kidding. I definitely wish I would have started that a bit sooner. That would have given us the gap we needed. Frugal Lark, she's great, but she's still only 84 speed. The closer you are to 90, the better. You can maybe pull out a win in those races. But we've gone from Royal Cup to Grade 2 in Abu Dhabi, or Dubai. What am I talking about? To Universal Cup here in okay, so we're still in Dubai. Pale Dream is here. Sedate Devil. Sedate Ruler. I don't know if they're going to give us favoritism. I'd kind of be surprised. I feel like they're still going to give it to Sedate Ruler because he's still younger at 4 years old. Petite Creek as well. You see Tough Field again. Yeah, Sedate Ruler favorite. Shocker. We're third favorite. No, fourth favorite. Behind Petite Creek and Rough Monster. Wow. Okay. Okay. We've beaten Sedate Ruler before. I mean, we won the Dirt Champ title, and we really should have won the GWS Dirt last year. We're kicking it off this year. All of his stats are above 70 except for power, which we know we'll never get there. I love it. I love it. That's consistency. That's above average consistency. It's not top of the line 90s and 80s, but it's consistent to win enough races, especially on the dirt. Keep in mind, if we're on the turf, then yeah, this is only going to do so much for us. But on the dirt, this can win you a lot of races. A horse with these type of stats. I love it, man. I love it. So we have the stamina. I think we're going to have to start a little bit sooner. Not give the rest of the field the chance to catch us, right? And we walk away with this one.
It's a beautiful night for racing.
The moon is out. Lovely stuff.
The horses are on the track.
Paracosm, he's ready to go, man. He is ready to go. It's like he's not the strongest horse we've ever had, but he's strong enough to be able to hang with some of the best horses on the dirt. And that's what I think makes him really special. Like the Great Bolero, right? Great Bolero didn't have insane stats. He had, what, I forgot what rating was 90. Was his heart or guts? I can't remember. But what made Great Bolero so special, I think, to all of us is the fact that he wasn't the strongest horse, but he always raced as if he was, you know? He could hang with the best dirt horses. That's what's special about your Great Boleros and your Paracosms. And how ironic. I think Paracosm on this 2003 file, he is really becoming our Great Bolero over here. You know what I mean? Except he actually has better stats. He just doesn't have any stats in the 90s, but collectively as a whole, his only bad stat is his power rating. Great Bolero had like 4 decent stats above average, and then everything else was like middle of the road. So I don't really like where we are though here. I want inside leverage, but like they're blocking the gaps, and I hate it. Can we even fit through here? Can we fit through? Can we fit through? Okay, we can. Yeah.
Okay.
I probably could have. Oh, I don't want to bump. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Okay, we're drifting. Actually, this works out. Where's the ruler? Okay, we gotta probably get going now. Let's go. We gotta go, my boy. We gotta go. Now, keep in mind, 70 stamina. Who is that? Rough Monster. There's no way. There's no way. We still have close race. Okay, we're still fine. Furlong left to go. Come on, Paracosm. Dig in, my boy. Oh, Rough Monster is really rolling us. Close race, okay. Bounce back. Come on. There is no way we lose both races in Dubai at the line in the exact same fashion. And I actually got him started earlier. I mean, if I started him any sooner, would he have had enough to finish ahead? And in all honesty, Rough Monster caught us. That was the favorite, and he was the favorite by $2. Oh, what a record. Wow. That's actually really, that's insane. We've run this Universal Cup every year, and it's been a while since we've had a record. 201-5. We must have been flying out there. And for Paracosm to have been a horse at the line to set the record, if he would have won it instead, we clear Sedate Ruler by 2.5 lengths. That's on the stretch. Paracosm, 6 more attribute points and speed, we win that race. No question. Only downside, and I can't even look at it as a negative. He's 74 speed. Like, he's just above 60, 9. Obviously, you want a horse 80 or higher in those situations, but that's a heck of an effort. And most importantly, he's second place for the GWS. We have plenty of time to rack up as many points as possible. And I don't think any horse is going to be better than us throughout the entirety of the GWS Dirt Series. Rough Monster is not going to be against us every single race. We know that's how it goes. So yeah, I'm Scotch Crystal. Oh, I forgot. There was that other 6 furlong GWS Dirt race. Oh, my goodness. It's going to be another... I mean, look at everybody that has points. All these horses are really good dirt horses. So it's going to be another competitive GWS Dirt year. You guys know me, though. We're all game, baby. We're all game. Paracosm, I need you to get just a little bit faster, bro. We're right there. We're right there, my man. We're right there. In fact, I got to dedicate speed training at least all the way up until August. Maybe by that time we'll be in a place where we can... Actually, no, speed, that's it. His stamina's fine. If he had, like I said, an extra 6 points in speed, we win that race. Clearly. Oh, man. What a heck of an effort. So happy for him. And as soon as I can get him in another GWS Dirt race, what I want to do, I just want to accumulate as many points for him as possible, That way, if we lose a race or we don't do well, forbid that. But if it happens, at least we know we'll have a cushion. But see, here's the problem with the dirt. There's like no more races, I think, until like August or something. It's bizarre. Long Beach Cup. And like when? It's August, right? Nope. Is there... Wait. There really are no more GWS dirt races. I thought it was August. It's way further than that. That's bonkers, bro. I feel like I do this every year and I forget how long it is until the next GWS dirt race. Which means... Yeah, the Fur S. Wow. And then we have the Music S. I gotta be honest, I think last year I skipped that race, or I did only one of them. I need to run him in every race, even if he's going to be in the green. We need points. I know wins matter, but we really need points. And I felt like we missed out on points because I kept him out of one race last year. I can't do that this year. I don't really want to run him on turf. I want to keep his momentum on the dirt, so I'm probably just going to run him pretty lightly until we can get back in the GWS dirt hunt. Like, he just needs to win. In post, of course. I just want to win with him. 11.5? That's kind of long. It's a grade 2. Nagano, that's much better. So he has an impost for grade 3s, not grade 2, so that's fine. Primal Justice, my boy, congratulations on your Royal Cup victory. And that's 3 wins in a row, and that's 2 G1s in the last 3. Let's go. Alright. Good vibes, man. Good vibes, good time. Second cup. GWS Turf. Yeah, 8 to 10. I mean, he's perfectly suited for that. If he can win it, why not, right? I mean, I think Frugal... You know what? Frugal already won it. I'm bugging. Like, she already won that. So, but granted, his stamina's not that great. So I wonder if it'd be better to save him for a sprint. Well, let me see when's the next GWS sprint. Because I put him in the second cup. And there isn't enough. Okay, there's not a GWS sprint for a while. Okay, so we can try him out in that race. I'm perfectly fine with doing that for him. Miss Frugalock. She needs the mile champ, which means 8 furlong races. Okay, we can run her in the Regal S. Perfect. And you guys know what's coming up as soon as well, let me save right quick. We need a filly. Gosh, we need a filly. I'm saving right now. But granted, like, as soon as we breed, the game's already going to predetermine the gender, so I'm going to have to play through. Right? So, I just hope it's a filly. Gosh, we haven't had a filly, guys, in over, like, it's almost 10 years in-game that we haven't had a filly. It doesn't make sense. It's like, why is the game just giving me boys? Like, we need a new girl back there. We really do. I can't even remember who the last one was. Was it Catch This Gal? She's been retired for the longest. It's absurd. Making steady progress, and in trust, I am not messing with anything else. Yeah, I think we got it done better. Shut up, bro. Shut up. Shut up, shut up, shut up. A foal's been born. Social Brandy and Easter Pool. Is it going to be a girl? I'm having so much fun, but I don't want to say I hate this game. I don't want to say I hate the game. I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it. I don't. This is absurd. Like, my game has to be semi-glitched, which would really suck. Because not ever having fillies again, that... Oh my gosh. Doesn't even make sense, man. The gender is already predetermined, right? Which means it was predetermined when I did breeding last season. Which means reloading the save file wouldn't give me a boy. It's not like they just do it. It's already predetermined it. Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. Sketchy, since you're new to the fam, we're going to go ahead and give you a name. Anybody that's been new, we're going to go ahead and give them their full names. Those of you that have been around for a while, trust me, you guys still have plenty of names for our 2004 series once we start the 200th episode. Steak. Ooh, I like this name. I think I'm going to stick with this. We're going to call this guy Cyberman. Kind of like Cyberman from Dragon Ball Z, but like... Oh, it's Silberman. Sketchy, I gotta be honest with you, bro. I have no idea what any of these names mean. They look like they're not even, like, English. Which I don't care if they're not. It's just, like, these are not, like, they look like they're from definitely a different place. Tomchin, Sturgis, Silverstein. Silverstein wouldn't be bad if he was gray. I want a name I can pronounce, because half of these I'm just like, huh, bro? What? Catigris? Sorry, guys, I'm just... Mayron? I feel like I could butcher all of these names. I've never seen names like these before. This is really interesting, Sketchy. Sketchy, you gotta explain yourself, bro. Tomchin? Tomchin is a cool name, but does that work for a racehorse? I don't know. I'm gonna just do Silberman because that's something I know I can actually pronounce. I promise you guys. Or Councilman. I'm not into politics. Nope. We're gonna do Silberman. I don't even know what that means. I have no idea. Sketchy, you gotta explain yourself, bro. Because like all the names you suggested, they're cool names, but I don't know what any of them mean. I don't want to just be naming our horses random things. In fact, let me make sure this is actually safe. You know, Sketch, I know you're a stand-up guy, but Lawrence Silberman. Dude, are these all politician names? I'm not naming my horse after a politician. No offense. That's not my thing, brother. Not my thing. These, they're all politician names. Sketch, bro, no politician names, please. You're gonna have to like but I'm probably just gonna let you know in the Discord. Actually, I'll let you know in the Discord. I don't even know why I'm wasting time with this. All right, Sketchy. Sorry, bro. No politics. No politics here. This is the gaming paradise. No politics. No nonsense for the outside world. Not here. Not here, brother. I'm not mad at you or anything. I'm just letting you know because I know you're a new viewer, so just be aware of that. So next we're moving on. Ann Hunter. Ann Hunter, you're new. Let's see. Blonde Joke. That's Toxic Blonde for 2004. Oh, darn. Ann, if you're hearing this, if I forget to tell you in Discord, supply some more names. I'd like to get you involved. All right, Racing Fish Kayla. We haven't used one of your names in a while, but all your names. You know what? Toxic Waters. Let's do this. It's so crazy. I was literally just talking about toxic water with my mother and sister. I'm not even lying. We were just talking about just some effects of obviously the hurricanes and the different diseases and stuff people can get from just the water being so polluted. From the hurricane obviously moving things around everywhere. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and do toxic. You know what? You did want to name one of the toxic blonde foals, but once the thing is, we have like 8 foals being born a year in 2004, so like we have plenty of time for everybody to like get one name every year. Realistically, like I think it's only about a dozen to half a dozen of you. No, I mean it's half a dozen to a dozen most, but usually it's a half a dozen of you that supply the names for our horses, and then I come up with the occasional few. So yeah, 2004, like, if you feel like you're not getting a name in this game, it's nothing I can do about it because obviously we're limited with space. And no politicians. No politicians, bro. Not here. Not here. Disclaimer to everybody. Not the place for it. At all. Toxic Waters. That's where... just boy. Like, oh my goodness. It is... Jaden, I'm starting to believe what you said, that it may be something with the broodmares that we've been using. But we used a new broodmare last year, Easter Pole, and they still give me a boy. It just... Who did Catch This Gal come from? Honeybee and Perfect Dart came from mares we don't even have back here. Catch This Gal, did you? You came from Deer Puff. See, the girls that we have came from other horses that we don't even have back here anymore. Big Monster's only giving me boys. Easter Pool just gave us a boy. Mad Courage and Honeybee. That's what we're doing. Honeybee, please, you gotta give us a girl. You gotta give us a girl that's faster than you. You gots to. You know what? I don't even care if she's faster than her. We need a girl. It's outrageous that this game is giving us boys for almost 10 years straight. I'm curious what would be the most expensive fee. Easter Pool, go figure. That makes sense, but we need a Honeybee foal. Perfect Art 23, not bad. Catch This Gal 22, that's actually better than I thought. And Big Monster 25. Don't care, we're doing Honeybee. Come on, Honeybee, we gotta get a girl here. And like, what's the point of that screen? Like, like, it's always successful. They act like it's not going to work. Does that happen? I've never had a failed breeding. Toxic Wanderers from Social Brandy out of Eastapol. Like, I just don't understand. I don't understand. Like, why am I just getting boys? It's like my game is literally glitched. It's really annoying. Because every time I get excited for breeding, I can't even get excited. Because guess what? It's giving us more boys. Ugh, so outrageous, man. So outrageous. Has anybody had this happen to them in any other Gallop Racer games where it was only giving you, like, one gender? Please, if you're listening, comment section below. You're obligated to do that. I will be very upset with all of you if you don't answer that. I need to know, because, like, you see it happening. It's been almost 10 years of us just getting colts. No fillies. That has... Like, it just has to be that we've had extremely bad luck with how the game randomizes what the gender is going to be. Or my game is literally glitched and it's stuck on the boys. Which is like, if that's the case, that's a memory card issue, right? Or is that the disc? Do I need to order another Gallop Racer 2003 disc? I would have to think it's more reliant on the memory card and the data as opposed to the disc, but I could be entirely wrong. Oh gosh, bro, that's so annoying. It's like the only way we can get excited about girls in this series is if we buy them, you know, in the shop. Like, why in the market? Like, why is that's not... That's a stepping stone, yes, but we don't want to just rely on that. I gotta move on. We have a boy, and obviously I'm not going to be redoing years just to get a girl. That's, like, insane. You know? Granted, if we had time where, like, we only had one horse racing, and I didn't care, I would skip through years until we got a girl or go back and reload. But we race too much, so reloading saves would never be worth it. We'd lose way too much progress, and we would never actually move forward in the series. I'm just hoping eventually our luck will come our way. I mean, at this point, we've gotten boys for so many years now. I really just have to expect it, right? Primal Justice is up here, though, in the second cup in Hong Kong. Not the favorite, but decent odds. We can win. It's a tough race, though. I think he'd be better suited for the GWS Sprint. So we'll see how he handles this race. If he can at least finish in the top 3, I'll keep him in the GWS Turf. If not, I'm only going to run him in the Sprint.
It's a beautiful day.
Oh, man. I can't help but not be bummed. I mean, how can you not be bummed about just getting boys in a game like this for year after year after year? And that's also limiting us because we've had some decent boys in the last couple of years. We have some decent ones now, and the fact that we can't have that same equivalent for the girls, like, we're limited. And again, that means to get better broodmares, my only option is just to buy really good ones in the shop, and we're still limited with that because ultimately breeding is the way you get the super horses. That's what's annoying me. It's actually keeping us from getting stronger horses, even though we're getting closer. But, like, our strongest broodmare technically is Eastapol, and, like, she's only S ranked. You know what I mean? She's the strongest mare we have back there. That's not great, man. We need a much stronger horse back there than Eastapol. Granted, I think they buffed her in this game, but that's not going to do. So, if any of the old girls pop up that we've used, I'm 100% getting them. Dear Puffy, Perfect Partner. They gave us Honeybee, Perfect Dart, so on. So, if I see them pop back up in the game, I'm definitely getting them. Because this is ridiculous.
5 furlongs to go.
And that's the thing. We don't have space at all now. So, if I do want to look for a new mare before next year to probably replace...
Okay, this is where the race is won.
I don't know who I would replace, actually. I don't want to really get rid of Honeybee or Perfect... I can't get rid of Honeybee or Perfect Dart ever. I really can't. And as far as who we would replace, maybe Big Monster. I mean, she's given us decent horses, but she also has a bad response rating that I don't want to deal with anymore. Now, we have a lot of stamina here at Primal Justice. He might actually be able to run these horses down. Oh, no way. Somehow I managed his stamina perfectly, and we're not going to get the win, but it is going to be a top 3 result. And he's going to finish second. We get smoked by the favorite. We weren't supposed to finish second, so that's an awesome effort. He's alive in the GWS Turf. Yeah, Prime Colony. Oh, we were actually supposed to finish third. Not gonna lie, I thought we were gonna win that race for a second, and then Prime Colony just smoked us by 2.5 lengths. But it was a good eval, so Prime Colony's better than Primal Justice. I'm not putting my horse down. That's just the truth. It'd be like saying Life is Good is better than Flightline. We all watched the Breeders' Cup. Flightline is literally in the same conversation as Secretariat in regards to how he's dominated his races. You know, Secretariat obviously had a longer career to an extent, but Flightline he deserves to be in that conversation. Anybody saying that horse is not up there with Secretariat in regards to his dominance in his 6 races, you're crazy and you're just a hater. I'm calling you out. So we're looking good though. 6 points though. 6 points for both, but the good thing is we have plenty of time, and our main thing is point accumulation by the end of the championship. I gotta get over the whole girls thing. Like, I feel we're gonna get one, but it's just like it's not happening right now. And I just hope that the game isn't glitched. As long as the game isn't actually glitched and it's just giving me really bad luck, once we get one, it'll be worth it. But I can't expect it going forward because it hasn't happened. So I just got to stop giving my hopes up. Primal Justice. We need points. So not another GWS turf race all the way until July, and that's a Diamond Cup. I don't really want to wait that long to race him again, so we're just going to kind of grade 1 hunt with him if we can. 9.2 for the fleet. You'll be in the green. Spring Mile. Yeah, that's... Actually, I'd rather save that for Frugal Lark. I forgot. She's going for that Mile Champ Cup, so... London Prince, 10 furlongs. Ugh. Not gonna lie, I kind of want to try him in the Pluto. I want to see how he handles that. It's 2 furlongs shorter, but 87 speed. He's already peaked. Speed and power both dropped a point. You see, this is the downside of the foals that come from, Vivid Legend's side of the family. Granted, though, he has Vivid Legend and Crimson Art as grandfathers on his mother's side. Excuse me, his father's side. Not his mother's side, but his father's side. But because we used Vivid Legend as the stud with Perfect Art to give us Perfection, who is the father of this horse right here, he's inherited Vivid Legend's growth type and not Crimson Art's. If we actually use Crimson Art as his... Crimson Art's actually his great-grandfather. Now I look at it. Crimson Art is his great-grandfather. Vivid Legend is his grandfather. If those were reversed, then he would have the later growth type and the speed would be hitting 90. What it is, what it is, it is what it is. I'm still having a great time. Our horses are doing well. And, just gotta be patient and just hope that the game isn't glitched. There's nothing else I can do. I can't drive myself crazy. Yeah, I think we kind of done better. Yeah. Shut up. Shut up, little guy. Does he actually have a name, or is he just known as the Gallop Racer mascot? I forgot. I turned my phone off and I needed to turn it back on momentarily, and it's been off this whole time. Granted, I don't have anybody texting me, so it doesn't really matter. And that's by choice. 100% by choice. Believe it or not, people annoy me. And you guys are, I would say, a group of friends that I'm okay with talking to most of my times. Because, I'm a very introverted, kind of off to myself type of guy. But, talking to you guys doesn't annoy me. Talking to actual people I know, realistically, in person know or whatever, that actually annoys me. And I think it's because we all obviously love horses so much, so we obviously have that common grounds, and we also like other things, so that probably explains it. But anyways, why am I talking about friends and just... it's a grade 2 with Paracosm because we have to wait till freaking August or September for the next GWS dirt race, so just kind of going to be putting him in easy races to keep him in good form. That's really about it. Corley Duo, Petite Lark. I feel like they're not going to give us favoritism, but they actually did. And they should. We're dropping in class. Those are good horses, but we should smoke them. And we have. Speed hasn't moved. His stats haven't moved at all recently. Granted, if this is where he peaks, it's not the end of the world. But of course, you'd like him to get a little bit better.
The horses are in the gate.
Gotta admit, I love the little attention to detail in these games with the different colors and things that they use for the gates. like, the beauty of Gallop Racer from the first game of the series is that every track and every unique coursing gate had its own color and design, right? Imagine if they just made the gates look the same for every race like they are in most of the PC games we play. You know? Yeah, I know we got to get them to the front, but you see, we had a terrible draw, and, like, we're on this really wide course. Oh, this sucks, bro. I know we're working hard, Para, but we got to get you to the front, brother. We got to get you to the front. This is not where you're supposed to be. Granted, it's a short race, so his stamina would be burning like this anyways, but... they're going to get me bad on the field, probably, bad on the positioning, but it is what it is, right? What can we do? But look how much stamina he still has left. We're actually fine. I can get him going now. I wonder, is he that strong to still be able to win from that far back? He's got the stamina. We just need to, like, run them down. Oh, game over. Wow. Nope, maybe not. Maybe not. Field's closing on us, whoever that is. But we still have so much in the tank. Ah, come on, Paracosm. We need this win, brother. I know it wasn't a great race, but man, that was close. We needed to be ahead. We needed to get going a lot sooner, which I would have if I didn't have to come 12 wide halfway around the race. Win is a win. Keep it pushing. Good stuff, my boy. That's what you do. You are a title champion and should be a future GWS Dirt champion by the end of the season. Stable court was rolling on us. Yeah, feeling positioning. Who cares? We won the race. Move on. Let's keep it moving. Do. Oh, don't mind me. I'm just getting some candy. Gummies do count as candy, right? Like sour worms and that type of stuff. Yeah, it's candy, right? It's basically just sugar. And I say that like that's a good thing. That's not good for us, but I don't really like eat candy like that. Like I can't do too many sugary things too often. It just, I don't know, my body just kind of rejects it. Paracosm. Yeah, like London Gold Cup, 20 furlongs. Like, why is this race in the game? Look at the prize, 3,900. A race that long needs to have a bigger prize pool. We will run our boy in the Caesars Cup because a grade 1 is a grade 1, and I don't see the point in not running him in that. You know what I mean? Because like, there's nothing else I'm really going to do. I'll have a handicap for grade 3, so just kind of going to be on the same path that we were last year, but it doesn't matter because he's racking up the wins now. 12 wins to 29 starts. So far what we see, that is 18 finishes in the top 3 in his 29 races. That's pretty consistent. He's over 50% of consistency for his racing career. And 7 grade 1 wins. He's earned over 121,000. So he's doing what Honey Bee essentially did. In fact, I have her stats. I'll look it up right quick. I'm curious. I can't remember exactly what her stats were, but I want to compare them. Do I even have that though? I'm a weird guy. Like I delete things on my computer as far as like these games and stuff at random times. Ooh, I still do have it. Thank goodness. I'd be kind of goofy if I got rid of it, but I've done that before. Trust me. So Honeybee, she finished with 16 grade 1 wins. No, 16 wins total. 12 grade 1 wins and 190,000 with 2 titles, Sprint Champ and Mile Champ. So for Paracosm, as far as his path, because they both started winning around the same time, Paracosm is 5 wins away from surpassing Honeybee. And that's just wins in general. He's also, technically 6 wins away. He's 5 wins away from passing Honeybee in just general wins. He's 6 G1 wins away from surpassing Honeybee. And money, yeah, he's got to earn 70,000, but you win a couple of big races between now and the end of the year, and that's easy. So this is what I mean. He's actually on a really strong trajectory. Like, we all know how well Honeybee did and how much we loved her. Paracosm is not far off. So we can still eclipse, her achievements by the end of the season. And even comparing those stats to Perfect Art here, I'm really glad I saved these. Which I should be, but, like, unless your horse is in the Hall of Fame, the game doesn't tell you. Perfect Start. Oh, my goodness. Listen to me. Perfect Art. She had 18 wins, 11 grade 1s, and she only earned 146. So Paracosm is closer to Perfect Art in the purse. He's also closer to her in grade 1 wins, but she did win 2 more races than Honeybee, her half-sister, so I think he's going to surpass both of them. Frugal Arc, she's up in the Regal S, Mile Champ Cup, running levels here. Ah, that horse will not go away, bro. That horse is like slightly faster than us. I don't know why. Frugal Arc, she's still getting faster though. 85 speed rating, 94 guts. I gotta get her going sooner, right? I have to get her like a decent cushion. I think I'm still starting her a bit too late because she's getting faster, but she still doesn't have that top end speed. I forgot, you can't even look at horses' stats in this game. Ah, that's so annoying because I forget what running level speed is. Like, they're not going to tell me. Ah, bonkers. Well, nothing I can do about that. Hey, who else do I have in here? Vivid Legend? Well, he's not an original horse, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, Honeybee and Perfect Dart, they, for half-sisters, they were pretty close. Honeybee earned more money and 1 additional grade 1 win. But Perfect Dart won 2 additional races and 1 less grade 1 win with less money. So I feel like they would literally balance each other out. I couldn't say who was really better in the end. Honeybee felt better because she was so fast, but Perfect Art was technically the faster horse. Honeybee looked faster because we ran on her as a closer. Perfect Art actually ended up hitting like 91 speeds. And I wasn't expecting that at all, you know? None of us were. So, hope you guys are enjoying the episode. That probably made me sound insane, but it's okay. We're 40 minutes away from 2 a.m., so you know what time it is. Should we have like 2 a.m. merchandise shirts with like a horse on it or something? Should I come up with that? I mean, I could totally make it. Or we could have probably somebody in the community do it, because it's kind of like a running meme at this point. Like, as soon as I say it, everybody knows what the episode is going to be like. And it's not like I'm planning things. Oh, I didn't even see that horse there. Ugh, that wasn't supposed to happen, bro. Gosh, and now we're blocked. See? Oh, I messed that up. That was not supposed to happen. Now these horses are just in my way. Where's running level? I can't tell what's happening. Oh, running level was caught behind the 4 horse. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. Wow. Yeah, that's karma. Blocking me. That is karma, 100%. 100%. Karma, brah. Karma. 5th grade 1 win for Frugal Lark. I think she just became a mile champion, actually. Let's go, Frugal, my girl. Congratulations. You guys remember that from the old N64 Mario Kart when you would win the championship? Congratulations! And then your character would say whatever they would. Like Toad would be like, I'm the best! You know. That really hurt my voice to do that. I'm not doing that again. Oh my gosh, man. Mile champion Frugal Art, take your stand amongst the champions. Let's go, baby. Heck yeah. Heck freaking yeah. You're a mile champion. Last month of preparation. His stats, I'm worried they're going to be bad, but they shouldn't be. From his pedigree, they shouldn't be, but I'm worried the game's going to do that to me. His stats are... his power is never going to hit... Oh, gosh. Yeah, that's not what I was hoping for. Decent distance, though, and he is a proceeder, so that's good. Speed 64? He comes from Vivid Legend out of... well... That's not what I wanted, but I don't think it's awful. But D ranked, like, I was hoping he was at least going to be A from the jump or B from the jump. That's not good. He comes from Monsters Legend and Perfect Art. Ah, yeah, that was kind of a random one. I was hoping with Monsters Legend stats would help. He looks like Perfect Art, honestly. These are the same type of stats she had. I just can't remember if it's better or worse. That power rating sucks. And he's a turf horse, so that's... Oh, no. Oh, no, oh, no, oh, no. That was mad courage, man. We couldn't win the international races overseas. Oh, that's... I said it. Like, I don't know if doing manual speed training would have helped out that much. But, like, we know, I mean, the health tells you we're going to be able to race the horse a lot and often. So the horse is probably going to eclipse, like, 59 races. We raced Perfect Art 53 times. So, yeah, he's inherited that from his mother, at least. He's inherited his mother's stats. He got, like, all he got from Monsters Legend is probably going to be the growth type and the distance. Perfect Art was not a long-distance horse. The fact that his stamina is already 55 that's actually a decent sign. We know he'll probably hit 80 speed. That's okay. Hopefully. In fact, he's only 2. He should definitely hit 80. I wonder. Horses that start off with these type of stats with at least a 2 to 3 year growth plan from their 2-year-old season, they usually at least go up about 20 points in their highest categories. So on the low level, speed will hit mid 70s to 80s. I'm going to say 80 just to kind of cap it off. Stamina should hit 70, so that's actually a good sign. And guts should hit 70. Feel will probably hit 70, but ratings that aren't even going to get above 60 are temper, braking, power. That's rough, bro, because he's a proceeder, so he's going to struggle to get to the front as well as I'd like him to. The only thing that could really save him is if he actually gets a lot faster than we think, and his stamina goes a little bit higher. If those two stats improve, he should be okay. He should be okay. Because actually, I need to check something with... Oh, Mad Boy Courage back there. Yeah, he actually inherited Perfect Art stats. In fact, I have a breakdown of all the grades of what they actually mean, since the game doesn't tell you, which is... It's amazing the amount of stuff Tecmo is just like figure it out as you play. Which I get, that's why we probably like this type of game. It was actually challenging. So yeah, I need to look at Mad Courage's stats, and then... So Mad Courage had C Stamina. C Stamina in this game is... Well, I don't have it. C Stamina is between 50 and 59. Okay. He's already... So technically, Legends Art, who we were just looking at prior, he's already at C rank Stamina. That's actually good. Which means that could actually get up to an A. A rank Stamina will be between 70 and 79. He comes from Legends Art. Hold on. Who did I say? Monsters Legend and Perfect Art. Okay, let's see. Monsters Legend, B Stamina. Okay, so that means between 60 and 69 for Monsters Legend. Perfect Art D. That's like 40 to 50. So... He may have actually inherited his father's stamina, or at least breeding Perfect Art and Monsters Legend helped improve the stamina from what it could have been, because that was one thing holding her back. You see her distance was short. Monsters Legend, was he a long distance horse? He was. Okay, so that's actually kind of nice to know then. That means he should have decent stamina. I can't remember the last time we got a long distance horse that had bad stamina. It hasn't happened, so that's actually a really good sign. But again, that power rating, that's going to make running in Europe really tough. I sacrificed that for whatever reason. Did I think he was going to be a dirt horse? Like, why would I... I clearly didn't think that one through. But you see, I didn't... The reason why we have such good horses in 2004 now is because I actually take time to put it into basically an algorithm that I literally kind of created in Google Sheets myself to figure out the best horses to kind of breed. And I like doing it that way because I'm getting the horses that I actually want in game. I haven't really done that with 2003. I'm just kind of eyeballing it, and clearly I missed the fact that both parents have D rank stamina. Oh, that's tricky, man, because like the important races on the horses that require power, he's going to struggle. The only thing that would potentially save him is if his stamina rating gets better than I thought. And for his regiment, I'm going to have to go speed, stamina, or speed, stamina. I'm just going to alternate between the two because we need both of those to be good for him to have a chance at being decent. above decent, I should say. I think he will be, in all honesty, I think he'll be fine. These type of horses, their stats haven't always looked good for us. In fact, they usually look like this in the beginning, and then you see where they end up getting to once the horse is at its peak. They actually improve quite nicely. It's the whole thing of getting horses with a sustained or long growth type. You do have to be patient and not be completely freaked out. I just wanted these to be a little bit higher. Like, I was hoping speed was already going to be in the 70s. Stamina is okay. Like I said, for him running 9 to 14, that works. And then I neglected the power rating. That's really it. If power rating wasn't freaking 36, it's his worst attribute. If that wasn't 36, if he was at least 70 speed and his stamina was where it was at now, I'd be completely fine. Like, switch power from 36 to 63, right? And speed at least to 70. I would feel a lot better. But the beauty of it is, he has stretch burst and grit. Those are two great abilities, especially with him running at the front of the field. And he has dominator. So, those abilities do help in deep stretch, especially with us running in the top 5. So yeah, in all honesty, it's I think he'll be okay. I just wanted his stats to be a little bit better, but like I said, I just kind of eyeballed that. I'm not going to do that going forward. Granted, Mad Courage and who do we just breed? Mad Courage and Honeybee. I'm going to take a look at them for a second. Oh, she's already got the Mile Champ Cup, so we don't even need to run this race anymore. How ironic. Who else was I going to put in that race? Pluto? No, you need that. Okay, well, I guess that's it. Well, Frugal, we'll wait till you're ready to go on your next G1 campaign. London Prince, I probably will put her in that. I don't really want to run her 12 furlongs if I don't have to. Summer GP. I think that race is actually more important to win. What's the prize pool here? 4,500. 4-year-olds and up, obviously. Race time weight 123. And the Summer GP, skipped it. 123, so same weight. And a little bit more money. 3-year-olds and up. This race could potentially be harder because sometimes the 3-year-olds in this game are really strong and they obviously peak at the end of the year. So I think I'm going to stick to the London Prince. Yep, I'm going to stick to that race. Alright, so I'm going to take a quick break and I guess we'll get back to finish off episode 60, the big 6-0 here of Gallop Racer 2003. Alright guys, because in between recording sessions when I stop it, it takes a while to kind of like render everything, which that's good. I want to make sure it saves. I had a lot of thinking to do, like several things came to my mind, which means, number one, I realized I have to pay a little bit more attention with my breeding, which now I will. 2, Frugal Lark, we will be retiring her in the next year, and I was trying to decide who I was going to, replace. I'm keeping everybody, I have to keep my original girls. I'm not getting rid of them, and I do really want to try to get one horse out of Catch This Gal. Easterpool, she'll be around, but we're going to go ahead and replace Big Monster. Why? She doesn't have a good power rating. In fact, they all have D power ratings. And Frugal Lark, I think it's better than D. And I don't want that bad response rating either, and her early growth type. So we're going to go ahead and look at Frugal Lark's stats right quick, and then we're going to come back to the barn, or the pasture. So Frugal. Frugal's got good stats across the board. Basically A-ranked power. Frugal will have either A or S-ranked power. She's going to be our first mare, finally, to give us powerful horses. Truly powerful. We've lacked power in this game. We have power in 2004. Once I realized how important it was to race in most of the most competitive races in the game, I should say. Our power is completely set. Stamina is now rolling. We are literally in just such a good spot over on 2004. But in this game, we've always lacked power because all of my mares have had D-ranked power. Frugal Lark completely changes the game. She gives us double S guts. She gives us A or S power. A stamina. S staying. S speed. And A response. All those categories are extremely important. Her temper being 44, that's not great, but that's manageable. It's not like it's 12 or 18, which we've had. And her health, 46. I think that will probably be buffed But again, you look at her stats, and you look at the fact that she's finally going to give us a horse with a good power rating. We have the boys with good power, some of them. Not as great as I'd want it to be, obviously, but the boys have better power ratings than the girls do. Like I said, all the girls have D. It's been that way forever. But Mad Courage, he doesn't have a good power rating. Vivid Legend at least has B. Social Brainy has A. And then the others have D. But the good sign is Social Brainy and Vivid Legend both have, good power ratings. Obviously, especially Social Brandy. So we can take a horse like Social Brandy and breed him with Frugal Lark. That could genuinely be our first butterfly effect type of horse in this game. Because the horse is going to be extremely fast. It's going to have really good stamina. Really good guts. And a great power rating, finally. And if we ever get a filly, guess what? We will eventually have to start kind of kicking these girls out, but for the time being, we can work with what we have. So for next year, I don't want to wait 2 years to do another Catch This Gallop breeding, but realistically, if we retire Frugal Lark before next year's breeding, we retire Frugal Lark, we're going to breed her and Social Brandy. I've eyed every important stat. I know the response isn't going to be fantastic. And the health is not going to be great, but that's like we can work that into the pedigree. We just need a horse with a really good health rating and problem solved. And that horse could very well be Vivid Legend or somebody else on this side. But the things that the ladies have always lacked is a good stamina rating, which Big Monster has the highest at B. Of course, Frugal will go in there with A ranked. Our girls have always lacked stamina, and they've always lacked power. They've been fine in virtually every other category, but it's always been stamina and power, hand in hand, that have slacked. And that's also why we still haven't gotten horses with super, super great stats in this game yet. Because this is just what I've been stuck with. D power across the board, and not great stamina. And again, I really should have kept Deer Puffy in our first brood mares. Like, I was just expecting us to get better fillies, but I also wasn't thinking ahead of time. So, something else also I was thinking about. Monsters Legend, I'll be retiring him. Like, his stats aren't terrible. He does have a sustained growth type. He does have the long distance, though, but so does Social Brandy, right? Yeah. But 3 out of our 5 studs have long distance. So, next horse I'll be replacing will be Monsters Legend. I have to keep Crimson for his consistency. In fact, Crimson Art and Frugal Lark would actually probably give us something awesome. He has D power, but she has A. That should average it out. We just need power to be average. We can't have D ranked power. D is like 40 to 50s. Technically 40s. C's are 50s. D's are 40s. We can't have horses with 40, 2 power trying to win titles internationally. That's going to be too hard. Now with Mad Courage, his downside is early growth type. Look what we have. Sustained for everybody except Mad Courage. So I realized I'm going to use him for just where we have one of his foals. Obviously that'll be here next year. But we'll use him for special breeding years where we really need like a fast horse or want a fast horse. So again, next year I think I plan on doing Social Brandy and Frugal Lark so we can try to get a horse with the S power rating, because at least if we have let's say the game keeps giving me boys and it gives me another boy that I'll have to retire over here, we can actually and at least take that hopefully S ranked power rating compared to D or A. We can take S, and it should bring up these Ds if we're still using these broodmares by that time. But, that's all I can really do. So like I said, Social Brandy and Frugal Lark for next year, I think that would make the most sense. Like Vivid Legend, he's okay. But I don't want bears. And, his response rating is better. Not good guts, though. That could, that may help. But that may hurt us. His power rating or health isn't good either. Crimson Art, A health. Like, I'm okay with not using any more Vivid Legend foals in this game for a bit. I think we need to get a lot more out of Social Brandy. He doesn't have a bad stat that's going to hurt us. And Crimson Art's always good and reliable. So that was everything I was thinking about during the intermission. It probably seemed like a lot. Kind of was. I kind of got all that figured out. Let's see. And this is Toxic Waters from Social Brandy out of East of Pool. So this is their first time individually contributing here to the HRG farm. And it was their first pairing together. 2-star potential already. Should be a really good horse. That's why I was going to check. Social Brandy and East of Pool. I was going to check what those horses' stats probably will be. Probably. No guarantee. But Social Brandy, East of Pool. So, good speeds, power, stamina, guts, the categories I really care about. Speed should be A or S, staying, same thing. Power should be improved. It won't probably be... It could be A or it could be C or D. It just depends. Guts will be good. Response will be good, I think. Actually, response should at least be B. 60 to 69. Whatever. We can work with that. Gut should be good. So in other words, we should get a really fast horse with at least 6, with pretty much the stamina all of our horses have been getting recently. Most of them, like Primal Justice doesn't have 70, but Paracosm does. A couple other horses before that. So stamina will be manageable for sure, and the power will be improved to something that's not D. Again, D power is like 46. You need at least mid-60s to be able to handle a decent amount of the European courses, you know. But anything below 60 to me is gonna make it's just gonna make your time really, really hard on those international tracks. So yeah, that's everything we got going, man. It's a lot, I know, but I think that's the best route to go. Now, the year after, technically in year 38, that's the year I'm going to want to do probably Social Brandy with Catch This Gal, as long as it's no inbreeding. Because, again, she's like Crimson Art. She's the female, she's the filly version of Crimson Art. And I think she does come from Crimson Art, so that makes sense. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Anyways, we're up in the Pluto S. 6 furlong sprint. Shuggy Oogies here. Only Dream. Scotch Crystal. Running Level. Oh, gosh. Who's going to be the favorite between Scotch Crystal and Running Level? I'm going to say Running Level. Yeah. Of course. And the Shuggy Oogie. I don't really lose to that horse that much in this game. I think he's a little bit nerfed, so I'm not too worried. But, again, competitive field. This is what we always run into. No pressure, though. If he doesn't win it, it's not a big deal. This isn't GWS or anything. But he has peaked. His stats are dropping. So, if we're going to get him a title, this is the window. We got to get him a title before the end of the year. He's only got 3 grade 1s. I would like to use Primal Justice for breeding, but he's got to start winning more. And actually, he has 3. He has 2 furlong. Gosh, it's getting closer to 2. Now it is. He has 2 grade 1 wins at 8 furlongs, and he has another grade 1 win, his most recent one, at 6. So, he still needs 3 more 8 furlong wins for the mile champ, or 4 more at 6 furlongs for the sprint. It's very doable. It's very doable. You know, I would like to try to get him into the Hall of Fame if I could, because obviously if he can win a GWS, then there's his title right there. And the others don't really matter. But obviously I'm going to keep running him in these type of races as long as they're available, because yeah, we just need we need something with him. We have a lot of stamina. I think we have to go now. Alright. Now, does this work in our favor? Oh, he's going to gas out. I got going way too soon. Well, like I said, no pressure if I kind of botched this, but I wasn't... I don't know why I thought we'd have more stamina, but I didn't realize this whole stretch is... As soon as you hit 2 furlongs, is uphill. He still finished 4th. I wonder if that's where we were supposed to finish. I certainly felt like we could have won that race. Supposed to finish 5th, okay. Double S on the stretch Game is saying I actually did as good of a job as I could have. I felt like that was not properly timed. He ran out of stamina, and somehow he held on for 4th. Not gonna lie to you guys, that was a really weird race. I mean, I'm happy we still finished 4th. It was just like, I thought I did terrible. I thought I mistimed it, and the game's like, nope, you were spot on. But he still ran out of stamina with like a furlong left, and we were still running uphill. I forgot that particular track. You're running uphill for 2 furlongs. That's so insane. I've watched those races from like the UK and I think even from Australia. Like, turf races are really exciting to watch. I would say I like turf racing more than dirt, you know, but dirt's like the common thing in obviously both of the Americas. Frugal Arc's up in the London Prince, 10 furlongs. She is the favorite. But competitive field, what's new? But hopefully that makes sense. You guys know what I mean? Like, horses that can run uphill on turf, granted, which is faster, but still, like, being able to do that for 2 furlongs, man, that's crazy. Like, I've seen it happen. I can picture it like today. In fact, that's something I haven't done. I used to watch horse racing pretty late, like on TVG, because that's obviously when they're showing races from tracks in parts of the world that obviously I don't live in. Like, if I want to watch horse racing in the UK, usually the best time for me to do so is later at night, before I go to bed, or something like that, because that's obviously when they're happening. Like, it doesn't happen really at any other time in the day. When I'm actually awake and working during the day, there aren't really races happening like across the Atlantic Ocean, you know what I mean? So I'm stuck with just everything between the States and Canada. But with, like I said, UK, even Australia. In fact, yep, Australia has a couple going on. Sha Tin, South Korea, Busan. If you haven't watched horse racing in South Korea, it's actually pretty nice for the dirt tracks. Sha Tin, of course, one of the biggest circuits in the world. That's always fun. For horse racing, I'm not going to speak about the other things, but you know what I mean. But yeah, I would, you know, like, I'm trying to branch out, I would also suggest the same. Because I'm quite surprised at the amount of people that actually haven't tuned into horse racing in the Asia circuit. Like, granted, those horses don't win often in, like, the big races in the Americas, but there are some really good gems over there, man. Now, did I mistime this one, too? Are we actually okay? We have a late run from the 4, but we're okay by a mile. And Frugal Lark blows this race out of the water. Okay, so she ran out of stamina the same way Primal Justice did. Now I understand why they still gave me an S rating. But look, it's an uphill climb. That's wild, bro. Horse is just running uphill and getting faster steadily. And I guess the benefit is somehow they're able to maintain that speed longer, even if in Primal Justice's case he doesn't have great stamina. What to watch? Sha Tin or Australia? Let's see. Trotters for Australia. Interesting. Okay. Guess I'm watching Sha Tin. Oh, we set the record with Frugal Arc by 8 lengths on top of that. Wow. She struggled in her last race, and then she blows that one out of the water. What? I'm not really getting it, but okay. Sure, whatever. Granted, that was a easier field to compete against. I think her previous races, she's been against the tougher horses. But still, to set a record and to win by that much, that still means she just blew that wide open. Somehow. Yeah, I love Frugal Arc, man. I didn't really play with her as much as a kid, but now, as an adult, I'm really enjoying her. I mean, I loved seeing her name, even if I was competing against her, because I knew she was such a great horse. That could be why I respect fillies so much. Playing Gallop Racer 3 growing up, I'm like, oh my goodness, this filly's so good, because she was always winning the titles in the yearly awards when I would first start playing the game. So that could be a subconscious thing of why I like watching the fillies run so much. Again, one, because they fly out there. They're absolutely flying on the track without having to carry that extra weight. And, you know, yeah. Diamond Cup. Primal Justice is not going to be able to handle that at 12 furlongs, but there's no point for Frugal Ark to run it because we don't need to put her back in the GWS. Oh, what to do. Guess we just give her a little bit of a layoff. Now let's see if she's capable of running the I'm just trying to figure out what would be best for her. Impulse to Aya. Guess I'll try her out in this Super Mile. Does that count for the sprint? No, it's too low. Don't really want to put her in that race, but we'll just see how the next couple of months unfold. Parma Justice has peaked, but it is what it is. He's still in the GWS Turf campaign, but I could try him out in the sprints, because like saving him for the Diamond Cup, I feel like that's going to be too difficult. Like 59 stamina, that doesn't really make sense. I feel weird not to put anybody in the GWS Turf, but I could also put Frugal in there if she just needs grade 1 wins, which she does need some 10 furlongs, or we're going to keep trying to get her a title. I'm putting him in the Summer Sprint, because, I mean, we need to see if he's capable of competing there. And I wonder how fast Toxic Waters will start to develop. Paracosm's up in the Caesars Cup. Betty calls him. Betty, where's my music, bro? Boring. Alright, we're up with Paracosm. Favoritism? Yes, they give it to us. And I'm not worried about anybody because we've beaten all of these horses more than once. So Paracosm should be on for another grade 1 win. He won this race last year, so yeah, this should be a given for us.
It's a beautiful night for racing. The horses are on the track.
When the announcer talks like that, kind of sounds like a character from like Animal Crossing. Yo, shout out to any of you that have played Animal Crossing, which I'm hoping some of you have. So fun, man. I haven't played in a while, but I do miss it. Me and my sister put so much time in Animal Crossing. It's so interesting how a game so simplistic like that, as far as how it operates, can be so enjoyable if you actually, if you like playing games where you can customize stuff. Like customization is probably one of the features I love about video games the most. Being able to, obviously, you know, accessorize or customize whatever I have in the game the way I would like it to look. Because that tells me that the developers wanted you to feel like you actually have control. You know, like when you play certain games and it's very obvious you're being forced to do things more than you would like to. I think it's really refreshing when you have games where the developer's like, hey, we've put all these tools for you, create a way. That to me shows that they really care about us enjoying these games and being able to play for them for a long time, because at the end of the day, we all like to still associate some sort of identity with what we do in our games, as far as like our characters, their look, you know, whatever, abilities. So the fact that in these Gallop Racer games we can customize the tack and the names and all that, and just doesn't give us default stuff, that's pretty sweet, man. You know, that's pretty sweet when you think about it. I don't know what made me really think about that, but gosh, he's so good on the dirt, man. I love it. He's going to be a really good dirt sire, because I don't even know if we have one. Overwhipped, but he's clearing this field by more than probably 5 lengths. And it's another dirt grade 1 win. He wins the same race he won last year. I mean, there's no other additional titles he can get for dirt, but look at, he's that far ahead. In reality, this would be awesome. He'd be like an awesome dirt, Japanese dirt horse, you know? I'm always quite surprised that for like international races, Japan is one of the countries that has, usually in like the bigger stakes races, Japan has the fewest horses. Like, we see a lot from Ireland, We see a lot, obviously, from the UK. But yeah, we don't really get a lot from Japan. And they have some really fast dirt horses. 7 lanes, we beat Best Hunter. Remember, he was our first stud, I think, in this game. Oh, how the times have changed. How the times have changed. Like wind of change. Like change in my... change. Oh, it's not what I... Let's see. What was I going to do? TVG. Alright. Good stuff. Let's go, baby. And the game is robbing him by not giving him a B ranking. It's really absurd. It's kind of starting to bother me because our boys got 13 wins and 8 of those are grade 1. So, as usual, the game wanting to disrespect my horses. That's just so obnoxious. I think he's done enough to make him an A-worthy horse. And I apologize, I was turning on my TVG app to watch the shot 10 race, probably in between what we're doing. I can multitask like that. It's not like I'm not paying attention. Paracosm. Was I not going to run him in the summer sprint? What other race was I going to put him in? Wait. Oh, Paracosm, dirt horse. Oh my goodness. I was thinking Primal Justice. I am an absolute maniac. Okay. His next GWS race is not going to be until September. So, unless there's one I'm missing, that should be his next race. He'll be in the blue. I don't think I need to run him anymore between now and then. He's already proven himself, so we need to try to get that GWS so he can at least have 2 titles and really solidify himself as a true dirt horse champion. If he wins both of those titles, that means he was the real deal on the dirt, and he's already proving that. So awesome. From Crimson Heart at a Big Monster. I took my time. I basically put that breeding into the... You see, like, when I put my horses into, like, this algorithm that I kind of, you know, like I said earlier, designed in Google Sheets, it does give me the exact type of horses that I want. So, it's just good to know that something I came up with actually works. At least for me. So, classifications. 3-year-old turf. We don't have anybody for that. 3-year-old dirt. We have nobody for that. Frugal Arc, she's 138 for the mid. That's actually impressive. I didn't expect her to be that high, but she's actually been having a really good year. So that's freaking sweet. At 4-year-old dirt, 134 for Paracosm. Rough Monster, still, they think is a better horse, which he could be. I'm sure that horse is faster. I wish I could see the horse's stats, but... And they're off in Sha Tin, racing on the turf. Yeah, so... Oh, now they give him A. Yeah, they heard me talking. 75 speed. He bumped up 1 point in speed. That's sweet. It's so ironic that he has counterclockwise not good. I swear once I realized it didn't affect us, look, we haven't been affected. We've raced him on tracks going both ways, and he has not been affected at all by counterclockwise not good. That's sweet. Again, that's why I really love Paracosm. He's actually a much better horse than I think some people realize. If you're watching. For a dirt horse, man, he doesn't have, like, the insane stats, but the important categories are all good. You know what I mean? So, yeah, definitely what we want. But we're up with Primal Justice in the summer sprint. He's never the favorite. Running Level, Shuggy Oogie, Scotch Crystal. Yeah, this is going to be really tough. I don't know if we're going to be able to hang with these horses as he's on the decline. Still 87 speed. He's still fast enough, but it's going to be a tall ask.
It's a beautiful day for
Trying to get him timed and started properly is
the horses are on the
always
track.
a little tricky because, you know, I don't want to run him out of his stamina by starting him too early, but then if I wait too long, that also never helps. So it's always kind of a weird place to be with Primal Justice. Granted, he's doing much better, but still, like, in terms of how fast or how hard I run him, I still have to be very mindful. I mean, he's clearly more suited as a closer, so... Why is my stomach growling at 2? I forgot the clocks are set back. I looked at my computer, I'm like, bro, it was just like about to be 2 o'clock. How is it 1 a.m.? And, well, yeah. Clock set back. Which is kind of nice. That means it's actually an hour earlier than it was. I know it means we're supposed to lose sleep, excuse me, but the weird thing is, like, I don't lose sleep. I feel like when we, set the clocks back. Oh, Revolution. He might actually win this. That was... Wow. I talk about struggling with the timing, and I actually perfectly nail it. And it's going to help him win another Grade 1. And he kicks off the summer sprint in the lead. Wow. You know, for this course to be so uphill, we've actually done extremely well with everybody. That's kind of bananas. I was definitely expecting some horses to struggle. Primal Justice smokes that field to kick off his GWS sprint. Well, he's second in the turf and he's first in the sprint. Pfft. So I'm just kind of going to put him wherever it seems more suitable. I mean, I still think the sprint, to me, suits him better. I don't know why they don't consider him a sprinting horse. They didn't get him. He should have been a 6 to 10 furlong horse. He's 8 to 12. He doesn't have the stamina for 12 furlongs. We were supposed to finish 8th. That's wild. Almost a perfect race across the board. That's wild, man. Yeah, that's really weird, though. Really weird. Like, with his speed figure almost being 90, he should have been a 6 to 10 horse. But he's ahead, so we have a good cushion. And so we're first, second, and third, literally left to right. We're first in the sprint, second in the turf, and third in the dirt. I don't know which one is going to be better. I think the sprint still makes sense since he's still so fast. And Paracosm, we just have to do a lot more work in the dirt. I think what we're going to do, for the time being, we're going to go ahead and do this race with Legends Art, and then I will probably stop the recording. Because I'm hungry. I'd like a snack, and then I'm probably just going to relax, watch some anime. Or I could extend this episode. It just all depends how I feel. So Primal Justice, now we have a chance to run him again in the turf, and that's probably what we should do. Or I could do... I still feel like the sprint suits him, and this is actually 8 furlongs. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and just put him in the Paris Mile next time out. 87 speed, like, and look at his distance. Or no, it is 8 to 10. Okay, never mind. I'm just surprised he's not 6 to 10. With his stamina and speed, he doesn't have, like, a bad stat. It's just the stamina's not good. It's not terrible. So, like, the fact that he's only 8 to 10, that's kind of weird. That doesn't really make sense. Legends Art, are you growing at all? Okay, a tad bit. Speed and stamina both bumped up a point. So that's good. That means his stats already bumped up a point in 2 weeks. So that's a good trajectory to be on, I think. Alright, well, Legends Art, debut and potentially last race of the video, or just the last race of the session, either way. I've appreciated you guys for your support all through today's episode. And hopefully you've enjoyed, because it's been a really good one. Annoying about the not getting the boys thing, but that's not anything new, right? That's just how it's been. Just doesn't want to give us boys. That's 15 to 9, so 16 to 1 essentially. Obviously, that's not ideal, but we should have like a Vivid Legend, Crimson Art type of growth type, possibly Crimson Art, but more than likely Vivid Legend. Yeah, we gave him the white shadow roll, I think, with the gray and like maroon colored bandages. Well, Legends Art, let's see what you're capable of, bro, because I don't have any idea. But I know we're going to find out. Okay, not the greatest tempers, but I know that. So he doesn't have a great temper, and his braking rating is not great either. That's going to be tricky to deal with. Look how hard I have to run him to keep him going towards the front. Like, other horses would have gotten there already, but he finally gets there. Or how long it took. I had to run him a little bit harder just because, like, we needed to be ahead of those horses.
2 furlongs to go.
Okay, he's got plenty of stamina. We should be able to make it to the end on this. Let's go, Legends.
Show your guts.
He's giving us a perfect art type of drive. He's not going to be on for the win, but this is what perfect art would do. Overwhipped? Crap. So good enough for 5th. That's better than where we're supposed to finish. I'll take it. And I overwhipped, so that could have potentially been a 4th. But that's a good first time out. I'll take it. He feels just like perfect art, honestly. He feels exactly like her. I decided good things to come. She was extremely fun to ride, and like that was my first time riding a horse like that in this game. Now that I know what it's like, I should be able to be more successful with Legends art right from the get-go. It shouldn't be any real adjustment period because, again, I know now with how we ran with her, I know how to run her. I know how to run him based off of how I ran her. That's what I was trying to say before I ended up sounding like something obnoxiously obnoxious. And his distance is 9 to 14. He's not a sprinter, and we ran him 6 furlongs, so the longer distance may actually suit him. But like he's not grade 1 ready, so I don't know if that would be worth it. Probably not. And as long as race is 7.5, there's still nothing for him to run that's shorter till September. And I think I'm going to give him that layoff because I just want to watch him develop a little bit more. Like, I don't think I want to race him as much as Perfect Art. Racing her 53 times was kind of crazy, but I felt like I needed to do it in the moment. If we could race him a good, 30 times, I think that would be better. 20 less races, but more quality results. That's what I really want from Legends Art. Wow, Superfecta just hit for $3,000 from Shatin. That's kind of bonanzas, bro. It's kind of bonanzas. So we have another race. I kind of want to do at least one more. It could have been good to end on that note, but let's see who's next up. 3 races. Yeah, I don't think I want to do 3 right now. Probably save that. Legends Art though, C rank already. His speed has already jumped 3 points, and his stamina has already jumped 2, I think. So that's actually good. That's really good progress so far. Yeah, his guts rating's already at 62. Yeah, he's probably going to be similar to Perfect Art. I think just a little bit stronger, which I'm okay with. Like we're still far away, a little bit of ways away from that really solid butterfly effect type of horse in this game. But Legends Art, he should be good enough to be more successful than his mother. That's not his mother, but his grandmother. Because he's from Perfection. Perfection is Perfect Art's son. So, whose pedigree was is unable to come here. And the yearling, Toxic Waters from Social Brandy out of Eastapool, 2 stars across the board. Good boy, because that's all the game wants to give me. So freaking obnoxious. Alright, I think that'll do it for this part of the episode, or the end of it. Or, excuse me, the conclusion of it. Either way, appreciate you guys for the love and support. And you know the dealio, we will be back with some more Gallop Racer.
Welcome to Horse Racing Gamer, where champions are made.
Hey guys, it's Eric. Just a quick reminder to smash the like button if you find yourself enjoying this video at any time. Leave your comments as well, and if you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe, because 64% of you at the moment, for some reason, aren't subs, so make sure you hit that button. Without further ado though, let's get into today's video.